Enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You'll never know till it's over.
Hello YouTube. The other day I got a suggestion from Carl, one of my regular subscribers, and he wants me to know how I deal, how do you put it, how do I stay out? How am I able to stay out, And it's a combination of things, really. Many people when they go to prison, they come from a criminal background. And so they get out, they go right back into that criminal background. I was a farm boy. I wasn't involved in all this crime. I wasn't doing, except what teenagers do. So I went to prison at a young age, never involved in any illegal activities. My brother grew up and he ended up getting involved in that. But anyway, so when I get out, it's just like, although in prison I did illegal things in prison. I did things I shouldn't have done. Did things I felt I had to do, to defend myself. That's different. So getting out, I had the mindset before I got out, I was not going to go back. That I was going to get a job, that I was going to do this and do that and do that. I had these things. And nothing was going to stop me. People was telling me, well, it's hard for ex-cons to get a job, and it is. It took me over a year to get one, but I never gave up. Also, I have a good support system with Mindy, the children. They understand, and so they support me. And I think it's important that people getting out, they got to have a strong support base, not just somebody that accepts them into their house, as a home plan, but somebody who is going to be there and try to understand them and deal with what they're going through. So I didn't think, before I got out, I didn't think ex-cons went through much, except for maybe trying to find a job, trying to stay clean, this and that. They go through all kinds of stuff. I found out. And mental stuff. So you gotta not give up. You gotta stay focused. And it's like Jay Walker told me one time. He's a guy older than me. Did a lot of times at the walls in the 70s. And he said, your worst day in the free world is better than your best day in prison. And I pretty much say that every day to myself, at least. It's true. But there's others, when I got out, I thought there would be a stigma against ex-cons. Well, there really hasn't really been, at least not in this community. Everybody's, when they find out, they're like, oh, well, now, part of that might be because there are other ex-cons in the area, but the thing of it is, somebody getting out of prison, they cannot give up. If they're trying to do right, some have told me before they got out when I was in prison that they was going to go back to the same thing they was doing. And that's a defeat before they even get out. They always think, I won't get caught the next time, or they've learned better ways of doing things, and then you'll see them a year or two later, right back in prison. My thing was to get out, get a job, do what I can to stay out. And I figured I'd have a hard time finding a job, like I said before. And but it was the acceptance by the other people really that, that helped a lot too. But you can't give up. You gotta stay focused, and there'll be bad times, but you just gotta just work through them. It's a mindset. You gotta have your mind focused on it. If I would have been in prison like some of them other guys saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this and that when I get out," do what they did, then I'd probably already been back in prison. But I've been out almost 7 years now, still on parole. With a life sentence, they don't have to let me off parole. But my PO talked to them this year, and they denied it, so we're going to try again next year. But that's really all I can say is just, don't don't give up on finding a job. Don't, do what's right. And, if you get involved in illegal stuff, you don't expect to go back. Look at here. These people who are out here committing these crimes and stuff, doing wrong, I ain't putting you down. But I will say this. You have got to get lucky every single time. The police only have to get lucky one time. Think about that. And for those of you who have never been to prison yet, that may not even be involved in anything yet, just keep all this in mind, Everybody pretty much gets caught. Very few don't get caught. I mean, there are some that don't get caught, but very few. And then you have to deal with being in prison. And I've seen some of you young people out here, and you guys ain't ready for it. At least not you guys in these small towns. So that's all I got for you today. It's just a short video. Try to answer Carl's question, and I hope I've answered that, Carl. And if there's any other questions or anybody has any other video suggestions, let me know. And again, I must tell you that we got, like I said on the live the other day, we not only got cups, but we also have t-shirts, and we may be even having other things in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.